What's up guys? This is part 2 of my fitness journey series. I'm only talking about like 2020 now. So where I left off, we started a cut 2019, like in September. I talked about how much I regretted that cut. I should never have done that. I lost a bunch of muscles doing that, and I went down to like 1200 calories or something, which is crazy. You should not be eating that low, I think. And in February 2020, I decided that that was a bad idea. I started to doing some research about metabolism. I came to the conclusion that I needed to fix my metabolism. I need to increase my calories, start to perform better in the gym, gain muscle, and then I can do a small, healthier cut later. So that's what I did. I think I increased my calories to 2000. Looking back at it now, I should maybe have like increased it slowly, but I went straight up to 2000 and I started to do better in my workouts. I felt more fueled for my workouts. Then Corona stepped in and put an end to good workouts. But yeah, I was lucky because my mom and dad has like a home gym in their basement, so I could still work out. The workouts were still not as good as they could have been. So after February, I gained a lot of weight again, but I gained also a lot of muscle. So it felt so much better. I felt stronger. I could see in the mirror that I had gained a lot of fat as well, but I could also feel that I'd gained a lot of muscle, and it felt so good because I really didn't like my body at the end of the cut. I was kind of skinny. Like I could see that I lost a lot of fat like around my stomach and stuff, but I felt like dragged and like I felt like I had no muscle at all. So after like gaining a lot of weight, I felt good, but I didn't think that I looked good. Then we were back at trying clothes and finding them not fitting me anymore, and that really took a toll on my self-esteem. So I felt really insecure. When going up to 2000 calories, I would, yes, probably gain a lot of like fat, but also a lot of muscle, and my metabolism would go up. And I was like hoping that at one point I would level out and I wouldn't gain anymore, and I would like my metabolism would start like working at maintenance at 2000 calories, and I think I accomplished that. But when I needed to lose like all the fat that I gained, I needed to like lower my calories again. So I think I lowered them a little bit, and I started to lose some weight. I also started with the cheat days. That started in May. And I think when I first started the cheat days, I went a little bit overboard because I wasn't planning on doing them that often. But at the beginning, I had like 3 cheat days in May. 5th of May, 16th of May, and 28th of May. That was like 3 cheat days that month. When June came around, I thought that I could go on like a more healthy cut again. But I thought I wanted someone like professional to help me. I felt like I could just lower my calories and try like losing the fat on my own. But I found out that, you know what, I think I'm just gonna get someone to help me with this. Like hire someone to do the thinking for me, and me just doing the work and staying accountable. I'm so glad I did that. It was really a good investment for me and for my body. So I started WAG, like working against gravity, nutrition coaching at 4th of June, I think. And I got a coach, and she like gave me my macros. I don't remember what they were. I think they were around like 1800 at that time, maybe around 1800. And I told her about the cheat days and that I wanted to continue to do them. So I did cheat days at the beginning of the program. I had my 4th cheat day June 19th, and I had my 5th cheat day July 13th, and that was when we were in Copenhagen as well. That's the last cheat day, so that's so long ago now. And during all that time there had been like vacation and stuff, and I will admit I was not good at like hitting my macros. I did a lot of like estimating. We went out to eat and I just estimated in my like tracking app. I was not very strict with myself, so I didn't gain any weight during like June and July, but I kind of just maintained. At the end of July, when vacation was over, I decided that I need to put my like whole heart into this. So when I got home from vacation, I really stayed consistent with my macros. I think maybe I was around between like 1600 and 1700 calories at that point. So I stayed really consistent. I followed my macros to a T. I did strength training like 5 days a week. I actually did Stephanie Buttermore and Jeff Nippard's program. Like, I think it's a good focus program that involves training your lower body 3 days a week and upper body and cardio like two days a week. So I did that, stayed really consistent, and I really started to see the results then. The scale really didn't move that much, but the centimeters, when I took measurements each week, I could see improvements, and also in the pictures. The pictures were so crucial for me because the weight like barely moved, but I could see in the pictures that something had changed, and I really could see progress in the pictures, and that made me really happy. And also the measurements show that. Lost a lot of inches. Yeah, what I forgot to tell you is that when I started the coaching, I decided to go off keto because I felt like I couldn't perform in the gym like I did pre-keto. I wanted to go off keto to see if the carb would fuel me better and make my workouts better, and they did. So even though keto made me feel so much better, incorporating carbs really helped me with my workouts. So that was kind of the reason why I stopped keto back then when I started the coaching, and right now it's really like fueling me in my workouts. So I'm planning to continue eating carbs, and maybe I will try keto again later. I still love everything keto did for me, but considering how much I work out and how much strength training and weightlifting mean to me, I really needed the carbs. At the end of the coaching, she increased my calories just a tiny bit to maybe like 1800 or something, because I was starting to feel a bit low energy. She also incorporated refeed days like once a week, but it wasn't like I was just supposed to eat more carbs on those days, but healthy carbs. So I was supposed to eat like more like sweet potato and more vegetables, more like healthy carbs to fuel my workouts. Then September 14th, I had my first CrossFit workout, and I really enjoyed it. It was so hard. If you know anything about CrossFit, my first session was Nancy, which is kind of a hard workout. So that was my first experience with CrossFit, but I really liked it. I think that doing like strength training and weightlifting for that long, I really needed a challenge. I needed something new. And when I discovered CrossFit, like all the different workouts they do, I really just like fell in love with it. So my workouts I still work out 5 days a week, but the intensity on my workouts is higher. Yeah, the intensity on my workouts is so much higher now. So after I started that, I have also seen great results. So like now at the end of the coaching, CrossFit has also helped me a lot, like lose more fat and gain more muscle. It is now 4 months since I started the nutrition coaching, and I have ended the program to have a break because I really enjoyed the program, but tracking strictly every single day and logging everything, and I had to keep like a diary. Every week we had a check-in with measurements, and I had to like weigh myself every single day, and all of that, I just needed a break from it. Like 4 months is enough. Now I can like relax a little bit and get back into incorporating cheat days also to see how that works with everything. Like looking at the before and after pictures now, I'm so amazed at what I could do. And also considering the first 2 months were actually just like trial and error, and nothing really happened in June and July, so it was basically just August, September, October. August was basically just like September and August and September. Those 2 months is where I had the most progress, and that's the 2 months where I stayed really consistent. And yeah, like looking at the pictures now, I feel so much better. I don't think I've ever felt this good ever, like throughout the years. I wear a bikini now and I don't really think about it. For this, if I wore a bikini, I would be so conscious of myself. I would like stand behind something and maybe like think about what angles people saw me in, and I was like think about how I stood. It was crazy. But now I don't think I've felt as good as I do now. It hasn't only been like a physical journey, but also a mental journey. Also, when I started WAG, I was, I think, 60.8 kilos. When I weighed in this morning, I was 58, so that's 2.8 kilos difference. I haven't like lost that many kilos, but my weight never really worried me that much because I knew that I wanted to gain a lot of muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat, so I didn't really think about the weight that much. I'm more focused on the measurements and pictures. I lost 4 centimeters around my chest. I lost 2.5 centimeters around my waist, and I lost 5 centimeters around my hips. So taking the measurements really like encouraged me and helped me to like see progress. And also the pictures. I took pictures, but I also filmed myself, because like taking pictures is so static. You just stand there and you can be like lucky with the lighting and maybe the way you stand on one picture. So I really wanted to film as well to compare, so I can really see a lot of difference in those films. So the nutrition coaching is, I will never regret doing that nutrition coaching. Even though it cost a bit, it was totally worth it, both mentally and physically. I also want to mention something, because I have struggled a lot with my body image for years and years and years. I think I have had like body dysmorphia, if that's what it's called. When I saw myself in the mirror, I saw someone bigger than I was. When looking back at pictures now, I don't really think that I know that I didn't see myself correctly. But that also had a lot to do with like the state I was in. I was in a relationship that wasn't really good for me. My confidence was so low, and I didn't feel good in my own body, and I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. And that, like, just being in a relationship where you don't feel your best, that really affected my body image and how I saw myself. So that is also a major difference now, and I also want to point that out, so you don't just think that going on this fitness journey and losing the weight is the only thing that fixed me, if I'm even fixed. It was also meeting Matt, because I have never had anyone love me as much as he does. And I know they say that you need to love yourself before anyone else can, but in my case I think Matt actually made me love me, and yeah, I'm very grateful for that. I don't think I could have done this without him, and I'm very lucky because I have him. So I hope you also have Matt to support you. Everyone needs a Matt. Yeah, I just want to point that out, because that has been a big part of this journey. Oh, this recording has been so long now. I know that when I'm done, when I'm editing this, I'll probably remember all the stuff that I was supposed to say. My plan ahead, try to like keep my calories consistent now, and I will eventually try to increase my metabolism again. And I want to be able to increase to end up at around like 2000, 2100. That is, I suspect that is my maintenance. I still now want to lose a little bit more fat eventually, but I will try to increase now, because I want my body to to get its maintenance again. That's my plan. Steadily increase my calories again and maybe lower them a little bit when I feel ready to like go back to lose more fat. I also want to continue with the cheat days and see how I can incorporate them. Now that I'm done with this nutrition coaching, I feel like I can start like incorporating my cheat days again. Yeah, to see how that feels. I really miss them. That's my plan. And I'm going to continue doing CrossFit workouts and see how my body responds to that, because I have been loving it lately. So I have some workouts that I've really been enjoying lately. So if you want to see those, then comment below and I will do that. I don't think I had anything else to say. I hope you found this interesting. Now when you see me post fitness stuff, you know where I came from. You know my journey up until now. If you have any questions regarding my fitness journey, then comment below. And I would also love to hear your guys' fitness journey. I don't mind long comments, so if you have a long fitness journey you want to share, then comment below. I think others will also appreciate hearing your story. Thank you so much for watching. If you are still here, sticking by me to the end of this video, I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't. Like the video if you did enjoy it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. I sound like a heavy smoker. I was the person who could only wear bathing shorts. And now I'm posting a video of myself at my almost biggest in a bikini. I think that's an accomplishment on its own, I think. I think that alone deserves a thumbs up. So please. Okay, bye. I'm so sick of myself right now.